Welcome to Guide to IELTS. To score a high band in IELTS speaking, it is crucial that you use a variety of words. In this video, I'll list out 3 simple words that are often used in our speaking that you should avoid in IELTS speaking and their amazing replacements. First one, like. Possible replacements: adore, love, fond of. All of these convey stronger feelings than like, but there are differences in how we use them. Adore would generally be used for people you love or find cute. I adore my nephew. I really adore kids. We could also use it for animals and even things that we find very cute. We could say, I adore puppies. In contrast, love and fond of can be used in a variety of situations. If you are asked a question, do you like your job? Instead of saying, yes, I like my job, your answer should be something like, oh yes, I love my job. Do you read often? Well, I'm really fond of reading, and you'd find me reading almost every night before going to bed. Another replacement of like, enjoy. Do you like to shop? Oh, I enjoy shopping. All my friends know that I'd be open to a shopping plan at the drop of a hat. At the drop of a hat is an idiom which means without hesitation. Another sample sentence of the same idiom: I hate planning ahead. I have a penchant for doing things at the drop of a hat. By the way, penchant is another possible replacement for liking something or having a habit of doing something. He has a penchant for calling me at odd hours. I have a penchant for experimenting with my clothes. Also, using different forms of the same word add to your vocabulary score, both in IELTS speaking and writing. So, I like exotic food. I have a liking for exotic food. I'm fond of traveling. I have a fondness for traveling. I enjoy dancing. I find dancing enjoyable. Another option for replacing like, have a soft spot for, which means to have a strong liking for something. I have a soft spot for cars. I've always had a soft spot for puppies. Another one, have a thing about. Now this one can convey both like or dislike. It conveys strong feelings, could be of like or dislike. So if I say I have a thing about dogs, it just means I either really like them or really dislike them. But the next sentence usually explains what we mean. So, I have a thing about dogs. I absolutely adore them. Or, I have a thing about dogs. I'm absolutely petrified of them. On to the second word now, prefer. Prefer means to like one thing or person better than another or others, or a tendency to choose one thing over the other. Sometimes it is asked as part of the question in part 1 of IELTS. Example, do you prefer tea or coffee? Do you prefer the night sky or the day sky? Would you prefer multiple short holidays or a few long ones? Do you prefer shopping alone or with others? In all the cases, you say which one you like more. That doesn't mean you dislike the other one. So if I'm asked, do you prefer tea or coffee? I could answer, I prefer coffee. But better answers would be, given a choice, I have a preference for coffee. Well, I do like both, but I'm certainly partial to coffee. Or, well, I do like both, but I'm certainly more partial to coffee. You could always say, oh, certainly coffee. I'd pick coffee over tea any day. Similarly, we could use opt for. For example, I'd opt for coffee over tea, or I'd go for coffee over tea. Another possible answer, well, if I were given a choice, I'd rather have coffee than tea. Or, I'd rather choose coffee over tea. The third word that we're going to be talking about in this video is good. Whether you're describing a person, a place, or an experience, do not use the word good, or even nice for that matter. Possible replacements: amazing, marvelous, awesome, wonderful. All of them meaning very good and can be used to describe a person, a place, a thing, or an experience. So they can especially be used in part 1 and part 2 of IELTS speaking when you're describing a person, a place, or a thing. For example, if the question is, do you get on well with your colleagues? Answer could be, oh yes, my colleagues are amazing. We have a gala time, not only during office hours, but otherwise too. There are other words that you can use instead of good too. Just make sure you understand exactly what they mean. One word that I've often seen being used incorrectly is mesmerizing. It doesn't just mean good or very good. It describes someone or something that is so good that you can't take your eyes off it, or it completely grabs your attention. The sunset can be mesmerizing. A person who's looking so beautiful that you can't stop looking at them can be called mesmerizing. Even a movie can be mesmerizing if you're trying to convey that you're completely lost in it. A similar one, eye-catching, something that grabs your attention. A sample sentence, it is important for advertisements to be eye-catching. Then there's delightful, something or someone who makes you happy or gives you delight. Then there's impressive, someone or something that you admire and are impressed by. Other words could be extraordinary, outstanding, again conveying that something is exceptionally good. Also try using out of this world. A couple of example sentences. The innovations in technology these days are out of this world. The food at that restaurant was out of this world. Instead of out of this world, we could also say heavenly. So the food at that restaurant was heavenly. Then there's mind-blowing. Something or some experience that's very good and very impressive. The vacation was mind-blowing. The features of the new phone are mind-blowing. And a variation of this is the idiom to blow one's mind, that is to be impressed or excited by something. So, when I think of her achievements, it blows my mind. It blew my mother's mind when she saw my amazing grades. How well-versed the youngsters of today are with latest technology blows my mind. Bottom line, avoid repeating words, but make sure you understand the synonyms that you use. Which other words would you want replacements for? Tell us and we'll make videos on those. Bye for now from Guide to IELTS.